Uh, it's Young Cussle in the house. What? You already know how this shit go. Marathon, whoa. Hey, it's Young Cussle when I'm about to make it crack. Got a rollie on my wrist and my CD on my back. Shout out the bitches on the stage getting racks. Told her it's a marathon, now she out here running laps. Hey, chip on my shoulder for niggas that hated on us.
Los Angeles, California, Tuesday, May 7th, 2019, 9:23 a.m. At the beginning of the proceedings, 23 grand jurors were present. Miss Annalie Roca. Good morning, Madam Foreperson. The Foreperson. Good morning, Mrs. Roca. So today is the second day, so I'm going to ask you to call the hearing to order, but not to swear the court reporter because we already swore her in, okay? The Foreperson. Okay. So, Madam Foreperson, would you please call this grand jury hearing to order? So ordered? So ordered. Thank you. Would the secretary please call the roll? The secretary called the roll. Mrs. Annalie Roca. Thank you, Madam Secretary. Please let the record reflect that there are 23 grand jurors present. Also present are Deputy District Attorney John McKinney and myself, the grand jury legal advisor. And Mr. McKinney is your first witness of the day, witness number 1. Mr. McKinney. Yes, the witness entered the grand jury hearing room. Mrs. Annalie Roca. Just stand next to the flag, raise your right hand, and face the foreperson. She's going to swear you in. Witness number 1, called as a witness before the grand jury of the County of Los Angeles, was sworn and testified as follows. The foreperson. Do you solemnly state that the evidence you shall give in this matter, now pending before the grand jury of the County of Los Angeles, shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God? The witness. Yes. Ms. Annalie Roca. Go ahead and take that seat, please. Madam Foreperson, Mr. McKinney needs to retrieve a document with your permission. So ordered? Say, so ordered. The foreperson. So ordered. Ms. Annalie Roca. Okay, thank you. Deputy District Attorney McKinney exited the grand jury hearing room. There's a pause in the proceedings. Deputy District Attorney McKinney entered the grand jury hearing room. Ms. Annalie Roca. And Mr. McKinney has re-entered the hearing room. Thank you. Good morning. The witness. Good morning. Mrs. Annalie Roca. Did you leave your cell phone outside? Yes. Do you have any recording devices on you? No. Miss Annalie Roca. Okay. You are going to be labeled in our record as witness number 1. Do you understand that? The witness. Understand. Mrs. Roca. Okay. So you're not going to say your name or make reference to your name. All right? All right. At this time? Okay. So I need to go over a couple of things with you before we start. The first is, it's very important when you're answering questions that you make sure that if the question calls for a yes or no response, that you answer yes or no instead of or yeah or something that isn't really absolutely clear, because then the record may not accurately reflect your answer. I know you were just speaking with Mr. McKinney, and I've been speaking with him for a while. And when you have a normal conversation with someone, you might interrupt their questions because you know what the question is before hearing the whole question to give an answer. But you can't do that here. I need the full question on the record, and then I need to have your answer. Can you do that for me? The witness. I understand. Okay. If you forget, don't worry. I'll remind you. Not to make you feel uncomfortable, but just to make sure that our record is clear. So that's my job here. Just to do that. So I may say, do you mean yes or do you mean no? Mr. McKinney might say that as well. I tend to do that more than he does. So I just want to make sure that the record is clear. Okay? Okay. All right. The next thing that I need to discuss with you is I am holding an immunity agreement. It was dated yesterday, and it has under name of witness a signature there And then it has counsel for witness, a signature from Gregory Brenner. Is that your lawyer? Yes. Did you meet with Mr. Brenner yesterday? Yes. Okay. And then there's a signature of a deputy district attorney as well. The lawyer was provided to you by the Superior Court, correct? Correct. Okay. And when you met with Mr. Brenner yesterday, did he go over this document fully with you? Yes. So I'm going to ask you some questions regarding this document and this document only, and your conversations with your lawyer. If you're asked a question and the only way you can answer that question is by saying, "My lawyer told me," then you're not to answer that question, because other communications between you and your lawyer are what we call privileged, and you have the right not to disclose them. If you need to speak with Mr. Brenner, and I spoke with him yesterday and he said he'd be available today, I have his card. So with any of the questions you feel that you need to talk with him before you answer the question, you just let me know. I'll let you leave the room and contact him, because I know he's in the building. If he's not outside, he's in the building, and discuss with him before answering. Do you understand that? I understand. So if I give you the hand and say, "Don't answer that," it's because I believe you may be saying something that could violate that privilege that you have with your lawyer, okay? Okay. Okay. Now, as to this agreement, I'm going to ask you questions about what you and he discussed. This is an immunity agreement. It's a use immunity agreement. And what this agreement essentially says is that irrespective of anything that you testify to today, if something you say could cause the district attorney's office to file criminal charges against you, or any prosecutorial agency, but specifically the district attorney's office, you are immunized. And that means that you will not be charged. You can answer all of these questions and nothing you say will be used against you. Is that your understanding of this agreement? Understanding. And is it further your understanding that if you answer a question and you're not 100% truthful, because you can't be 90%, even 99, it has to be 100%, then this agreement will be null and void. And if it's determined that you didn't tell the truth in your testimony, then you would be able to be prosecuted for anything that you say while sitting in that chair and responding to questions from Mr. McKinney, because you would have violated this contract. The immunity agreement is a contract. Do you understand that? I understand. Did you discuss those things with your lawyer? Yes. He answered any questions you had regarding this agreement and your testimony? Yes. And at this time, is there any reason why you need to have a conversation with him before we begin? No. Okay. And do you recall that I said if you believe you do, just let me know and say, "I need to speak with my lawyer," and you'll be allowed to leave the hearing room and to have a conversation with him? Yes. All right. Okay. So let me give you a clarification. I might have misspoke. This agreement prevents the district attorney's office from using your testimony against you. Is that your understanding of what this is? Yes. It doesn't actually prevent you from being charged if the source of the evidence against you doesn't come from the testimony that you give here. Is that your understanding? No. So let me explain that. This is a use agreement, so the district attorney's office cannot use your testimony against you. Okay? Okay. But if for some reason the district attorney's office believes that you have not perhaps fulfilled this agreement and believes that there are charges that are supported by evidence that has nothing to do with what you say here, you could be charged. Do you understand the difference? The district attorney's office can't use your testimony against you. Okay. 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 So whatever you say here cannot be used against you. Okay. Do you understand that? I understand. Did your lawyer tell you that? No. Okay, so do you want to have a chance to go and speak to him about that? Yes. Okay. Do you have his card and his phone number? I don't have it with me. I have his card, so I'm just gonna give this to you. If you could give it back to me, or you can ask them outside to make a copy of it, and I can keep the copy and you can keep the card. All right? All right. So, Madam Foreperson, with your permission, we're going to allow the witness to leave the hearing room. Do you have a cell phone outside? Yes. All right. And to contact her lawyer to discuss the use immunity agreement. Okay? And you don't have a copy of this, do you? No. I'm going to let you have this copy, which I'll need back. We'll make a copy of this for you if you don't have one today. Mr. McKinney, I have a copy for her outside. Mrs. Roca, okay. I'm going to have Mr. McKinney escort you out. I'm going to give him the card with the foreperson's permission, and then he's going to come back in, and you'll be outside. Have a discussion with your lawyer. When you're finished, then you let us know and you come back in, okay? Okay. All right. And we'll call another witness. Deputy District Attorney McKinney and the witness exited the grand jury hearing room. There is a pause in the proceedings. Deputy District Attorney McKinney entered the grand jury hearing room. Mrs. Anna Lee Roca, we're back on the record. The witness left the hearing room and Mr. McKinney has returned. And your next witness? Mr. McKinney, the people called John Jamison. Mrs. Anna Lee Roca, I do not see Mr. Jamison's name on our witness list. So, grand jurors, I'm going to ask you is this a law enforcement officer? Mr. McKinney, yes. Ms. Roca, okay, it's a law enforcement officer. I'm going to ask the grand jurors if the inclusion of this witness, the witness entered the grand jury hearing room. Ms. Roca, if you could just stand next to the flag, just 1 second, would prevent you from acting impartially and without prejudice to the substantial rights of any of the said parties. I'm going to ask that you retire and raise your right hand so the foreperson can see if the inclusion of this witness in any way affects your ability to be fair and impartial. Do you see any hands, Madam Foreperson? The foreperson, I see no hands. Thank you, Madam Foreperson. If you would, go ahead and swear the witness. Please raise your right hand. John Jamison, called as a witness before the grand jury of the County of Los Angeles, was sworn and testified as follows.
Juicerocc beats.
Bitch. Marathon shit. Young rich nigga shit. 10 rack of show shit. 10 racks, you know, that's what I mean. Check me out, look. She know my ex bitch. She thinks she got next. She fucked a gang of niggas, throw that pussy off deck. She ain't no real bitch, that's why she talk shit. She been a hoe since middle school, why she ain't got shit. She ain't the home girl, she always getting pumped. She ain't a stripper, she just hit the club and get drunk. That bitch a pill head, she looking sick, huh? I heard she got a STD, don't get your dick sucked. That ain't her boyfriend, she getting pimped, huh? Cause she can't never keep a man, she always getting dumped. She got her heart broke when she was real young. That hoochie special ed, bro, I'm talking real dumb. Don't gotta holla at her, she gonna approach you. She got her jelly checking, now she thinks she's so cute. Them ain't her red bottoms, she wore clothes too. But I ain't mad at you bitches, that's what hoes do. That's what these souls do. That's what these souls do. That's what these souls do. But we not mad at you bitches, that's what hoes do. That's what these souls do. That's what these souls do. That's what these souls do. We not mad at you bitches, that's what hoes do. She fuck on me, then fuck the crew, that's what these hoes do. Young nigga, you would've swapped from the old school. Them last week bitches, man, them bitches old news. She let me hit, the only thing she got was soul food. This ain't Halloween, girl, it ain't no tricking me. We eat for free, cause I took your bitch EBT. Gave her the D and then she run and told her homegirls. Then next week she found out I fucked her homegirls. She said, gimme, so I gave that bitch my cock to suck. The dick was good, so now she at my house popping up. I got a bitch named Shelly, that bitch hella messy. And she fuck like it's a sport, she should win an SB. Whole bitches always got more than one nigga to fuck. Whole bitches can't wait till
to the first of the month. It's so true, yeah, bro, that's what these hoes do. She let me in, the only thing she got was soul food. Yo, that's what these hoes go. Yo, that's what these hoes go. Yo, that's what these hoes go. But we not mad at you bitches, that's what hoes do. Yo, that's what these hoes go. Yo, that's what these hoes go. Yo, that's what these hoes do. But we not mad at you bitches, that's what hoes go. Shout out to Pusha Inc. I'm yelling TMC. One time for Blue Division, Top Dog, and AOB. We had our differences, but they got handled in the street. So I'm gon' keep it hood and shout the homies from Unique. That's Willie Lynch shit. They want a sort of beef, but it's enough money in this shit for a sort of eat. We got them clubs going, we got them streets going, we got that world star hip hop and MTV going. And yeah, we lost it for a sec, but now we repoint. I took a trip out to Manhattan, out of East knowing. When I'm at ATL, I'm hollering duct tape. Ricardo Alley, boy, and black, them niggas nothing fake. I think I'm DJ Khaled, Ricky Ross. That we the best MMG shit screaming, bitch, I'm a boss. I started on the block, got the truck on my old school. Still I ain't mad at my haters, that's what hoes do. Yo, that's what these hoes go. Yo, that's what these hoes go. Yo, that's what these hoes go. But we not mad at you bitches, that's what hoes do. Yo, that's what these hoes do. Yo, that's what these hoes do. Yo, that's what these hoes do. But we not mad at you bitches, that's what hoes do.
Juicerocc Beats.